Do you remember the British guy is dating someone? Yes. I definitely think that I will stay alone forever. My God. What to say? I don't know. I don't know. What's the problem? It's me, or I'm brilliant. I work a lot. I stay in shape even if I'm 40 years old. I scare men, something like that. I don't understand. Maybe I should just be less clever or less beautiful, something like that, to be able to have a boyfriend. And I've been crying all day because I got sad. I can't, like, I've been single my whole life. It's just too much. Like, it's too much. I can't do it anymore. There are some people out there who they're not interested in a relationship and they want to be by themselves. But like, that's not me, and that's never been me. I have always wanted to be in a relationship, even though I've never been in one. At a certain point, it gets like really sad doing things alone. Like, everyone I know is in a relationship right now. I feel like I've always been alone, and I don't want to be, and I don't understand why this is happening to me.
What kind of world do we live in where a normal, regular girl cannot find just a regular guy out here to date? Because these guys don't want a real woman. They want a
Hey, I would like a husband, please. Any husband? Oh, no. I would like him to have certain qualities. I want him to be attractive, but not cocky. Smart, but not academic or anything like that. Ambitious, but not too much of a workaholic. He's loyal, but I don't want him to be boring. He's dependable, but he also likes adventure. He loves to travel. He's charming. He's funny. He preferably speaks 3 languages and is super cultured. And I think that's about it.
Right. And what are you bringing to the table?
I'm sorry, me? I don't understand.
What qualities are you offering him?
Well, this isn't about me. This is about you giving me what I want.
It is not required of me to make your plate, right? Like, I am not your mom. I'm not required to clean up after you. I'm not required to cook for you. I'm not required to do anything for you, right? Because you did not come out of me. I'm not your mom.
This is why women are single. They don't want to please a man. They want to please themselves. And when you please yourself, you end up what? Lonely.
I do everything alone. I miss having somebody to talk to.
Are you happy?
No.
Why?
I'm alone.
When you say that, what do you mean?
Historically, women needed men because that's how the oppression structure was set up. We were hostages. We couldn't have credit cards, couldn't own property, couldn't vote, had no voice. Well, of course we'd partner up with a man because we needed one so that we didn't starve to death because men used force to keep us under their thumb. Now, fortunately, things have evolved, and guess what? We don't need men. So it comes to...
I live quite a lifestyle for quite some time.
What do you mean you live feminist lifestyle?
I'm independent financially and all of those things, and I kind of pursued my career for a really long time. I pursued my academics for a really long time. I really appreciate all of that. I think as you get older, you realize how unfulfilling all of those things are.
The report shows that by 2030, 45% of working women ages 25 to 45 by 2030 will be non-married, no kids, single.
Ladies, here's a hint. This is what's going to happen to all of the capable, competent, eligible men. They getting the hell up out of here. 2030, get your cat bags ready.
A woman hits the wall around 28 to 29. Before I go further, I need to explain what I mean by the wall. Others will take it to mean that the wall is a physical decline, in which case you could argue all women hit the wall around 23 to 25. Which is when their bodies start to sag, gain fat, and their metabolism can no longer keep up with poor lifestyle choices, lack of exercise, overconsumption of alcohol, drugs, and sedentary lifestyle. I don't define that as the wall. It's true that women's looks start to decline subtly by the time they are in their mid-20s, but their value as potential partners starts to increase. That might sound like an oxymoron. How can a woman's physicality begin to decline while her value as a partner increases simultaneously? Let me tell you a typical American woman's timeline. At ages 18 to 21, she's in college, in her absolute physical prime paired with absolute emotional immaturity. At ages 21 to 24, she's in her early career, retaining most of their physical attributes while maturing emotionally, but still pretty young, naive, and immature. At ages 25 to 29, she's in her mid-career, where her physical attributes begin to decline but life experience accumulates, while emotional maturity should begin to crystallize. At ages 30 to 35, she's in the danger zone, with rapidly declining physical attributes paired with less flexibility in terms of adapting to a partner. You see, the timeline is to illustrate a simple fact. The one small area where a woman retains most of her physical attractiveness, while offering up enough personality, life experience, and maturity to be a desirable long-term partner, wife, mother, is roughly 4 years, 25 to 29. Between 18 to 25 or so, most men don't take a woman seriously enough to consider her as a life partner. She's still most likely building her career, going out to clubs or bars, and more interested in swiping on dating apps than even thinking about things like marriage or having kids. Not to mention, she's not going to be a very interesting or engaging person to talk to. She has no life experience to share with an older man who is looking to settle down. So therefore, it's only between 25 to 29 when women are most attractive. They have the right mix of physical attractiveness and personality, life experience and maturity to attract a man as a long-term partner. Past that point, they are on a short and slippery slope to Nowheresville, single forever. Once a woman hits 30, the stigma is attached. It's just a small number, but many men have poor experiences dating women in their 30s. To recount the last 3 women in their 30s I tried to date. One ghosted me over several weeks without offering any explanation. The second told me she was going through personal issues and couldn't date right now. Third, basically told me she wasn't looking for a serious relationship. It's no wonder why many men just flat out reject the notion of dating a woman in her 30s. Most of them have unresolved personal emotional issues, are bitter, damaged, or just don't know what they want in life. Now you might say, hey, wait a minute, not all women want to be married or have kids. And you're right. And you can be a woman in your 30s and still date around, fool around on dating apps, and try to sleep with hot guys that you meet out at clubs or bars. But you have to realize one thing. If you're positioning yourself as basically a sexual partner, then your value is only as high as your physical attractiveness, which declines day by day, month by month, year by year. Let's say you're a 35-year-old woman who has given up on the idea of having kids, and now you just want a long-term partner to spend your life with. You might still be fairly attractive. You meet another guy in your age range. He's handsome, has a good job, is charming and friendly, and doesn't want kids either. He has no timeline for marriage since he's not looking for it. Why would he date a 35-year-old woman? If all he wants is a warm body in bed, he would seek out younger women in their 20s. In short, without the crux of childbearing, a woman has no real value to a high-quality man besides providing sex. In this case, a high-quality man can certainly attract a younger woman who can provide just as much sex, probably with more energy and in a younger body. And that is Nowheresville. You'll find many women in Western countries in their early to mid-30s who complain about the lack of good men. In truth, the good men aren't looking for them. Fit men are typically in their 30s with good jobs and careers and now looking for a wife. Of course, they still want to date and get to know the woman they're going to marry and eventually have kids with. So why would he pick a 30-something-year-old woman? If he did, she would easily be 35 by the time they get married. And that's the age when a woman's fertility is in rapid decline. Her chances of getting pregnant are lower, and her chances of having a high-risk pregnancy are higher, as are her chances of giving birth to a child with birth defects. That high-quality man is looking for a woman in her mid to late 20s, the perfect sweet spot between physical attractiveness and maturity, while leaving enough time to get to know her and have fun, travel, sleep in, go out, have sex, and some other things, before marrying her and starting a family. In summary, if a woman isn't in a serious relationship beginning at 29 or 30 latest, she will probably never find a husband. That is the wall. If they are still attractive into their 30s, it will attract two types of men. Much younger guys who don't have access to women their age, and much older guys who have been left behind and deemed not husband material. The in-between men that are their age and high quality. They aren't looking for someone who comes with so much baggage and will soon be too old to have kids without considerable complications. Anyway, that's all for today on Manhood. Don't forget to smash the like and subscribe buttons, and also click on the notification bell to be the first to know when I drop a new video. If you find value in my videos, you can show your support through PayPal or Cash App. The links are in the description. See you next time. Cheers.